Hello everyone, this is Sister Garver. Um, this week we're going to be studying in the On-Course book, Chapter 3. And I wanted to go over some of the main concepts from the chapter and hopefully expand upon them uh, a little bit more than they do in the text. Okay, so this chapter is primarily about motivation and creating a life plan and personal affirmations. So I'm going to go over each topic just a little bit here. So these quotes here are taken straight from the chapter, and it kind of highlights the difference between a successful student and a struggling student. And I'd like to expand this a little bit beyond just being a student, but also success in career and many of your goals and dreams also depend on a lot of these factors. And some of those factors that make you successful is being able to figure out how to motivate yourself, being able to plan, and being able to commit to that plan. Versus if you are struggling, it tends to be that you may not have a dream or a passion that you're working toward. You may not have skills in planning yet, and you may not commit to an activity and stay committed to that activity till it's finished. And so, wherever you are in this, try to have a growth mindset and remember that you can get to where you want to be. I personally don't. I struggle with planning skills, but it's a skill that I've been working on for many, many years, and I've gotten a lot better as I've continued to work on it. So wherever you're at right now, you're able to build the skills that are necessary to make you successful in career, life, family, or whatever else your goals are. So let's talk about motivation for a minute. Motivation can be a very difficult thing, especially because life gets hard for everybody. So some of the basics of creating motivation is, first of all, you have to have a dream or a goal or something that you're working towards. If you don't have a goal or a dream, we're going to talk in a minute how you can kind of work on finding that next dream, that next goal. And then the steps in the textbook, he talks about then visualizing that dream, making a plan, and then following through with that plan. And then I also suggest here some methods of motivating yourself once you have that plan. Reward yourself along the way, celebrate your successes, and then make sure that you work on getting enough sleep, eating healthy diet, getting exercise, and managing any mental health conditions you have, because no matter how motivated of a person you normally are, if you are physically unwell or unhealthy or mentally unwell, it will be very difficult to create the motivation to do what you're needed. So make sure that you are mindful of that. And if you find yourself being really unmotivated, take a really hard look at how you're living right now, and are you kind of not getting enough sleep? Are you eating junk food? Failing to exercise? Are you not taking care of that physical and mental side of yourself? Emotionally, how are you doing? Because those things, again, those can really sap your motivation, even if you're normally a very motivated person. So keep those things in mind. So let's talk about having a dream. Now, many of you already have a life dream, and primarily in this class, we're kind of talking about career-related dreams, but obviously there's many more dreams than that. But that's kind of going to be the focus for this class, is more so career and academic sort of dreams. So many of you already have a really strong dream, and you're already working toward that, and if so, that's great. If you are still struggling to find your dream, then you have to say, okay, how can I actually go about doing this? Again, some of us are just kind of born knowing it. Some of us come up with our dream as we go through school. Others of us have to take a more active approach and try and find it. So ask yourselves these questions here in the box on the left, and try and get an idea of, what sort of direction do you want to go? Try and narrow it down. And then I want you to take some action. If you're not sure what your dream is yet, go out there, take some personality tests, take some career aptitude tests. Ask your friends and family, like, what do you think I'd be good at doing? What do you think I would enjoy? What have you observed from my life that you think would be a good choice, a good direction for me? You can also speak to an academic or career counselor, especially if you don't have that family support. And just kind of start trying to find out what your interests are. Take a bunch of different classes in different subjects and find out what you like. You could also try out job shadowing, internships. Try out the job, go see what it's like, and see if that's the kind of thing that you're going to enjoy. But just the main issue here is, first of all, ask yourself, who am I? What do I want? And then go out and find it and figure out what your dream is. Once you have your dream, it can be very motivating to try and visualize you accomplishing that dream. And you want to try and make this as detailed as you can. Now, visualization can be a very new concept. Some people have no problem with this. Some people really struggle with this. Some people have never heard of this idea before. Some people think it's completely useless. try it out and see if it works for you first. And if it works for you, having a really detailed visualization, imagining yourself succeeding, imagining yourself accomplishing your dream can be really motivating and can help move you towards it. And especially as you are imagining your dream, you want to have as many details as possible so that you can, so it feels real to you. It feels like you're really doing this. Okay. So that's a good thing to try as a visualization exercise to try and motivate yourself to work hard on your dreams. And once you have that visual and you know you've got your dream and you visualize it and you really do want to work towards this, then it's time to sit down and make a plan. So you're going to need to ask, where am I now? Where do I want to be? What do I need to do to get there? So again, we're talking mostly about career at the moment because that's kind of what this class is focused on. So you're going to need to ask yourself, what education do I need to get? What skills do I need to get? How much money is it going to take? How much time is it going to take? Make sure that you investigate that career to make sure that you're going to enjoy it. If you're talking about a different kind of a dream or something like I want to run a marathon or I want to run a triathlon, if you want to, have a wonderful family life, what skills, what qualities, what do you need to accomplish that? Sit down and write out that plan and set yourself some deadlines. And then it's always a good idea to either have an accountability partner or have just a regular check-in time to be accountable to yourself, to help yourself move productively towards whatever your dream is. Once you've got that dream and you've written down a plan, then you have to just keep working at it steadily. And this is the commitment part of it, and this is the long haul. Some dreams take a long time. If you want to be a doctor, you've got to graduate from high school, you've got to graduate from college, you've got to graduate from medical school, you've got to do your residency. So when you're figuring out that life plan, how many years is this going to take? It's going to take a lot of years. And it can be difficult to keep up your motivation as you're going. So it's important to try to, take enough breaks that you don't get burned out. It's important to keep up that visualization. It's important to celebrate your milestones as you go. Like, okay, I just graduated high school. I just graduated college. Celebrate that. You're that much closer to your goal. And just keep working to keep your motivation up when things get difficult. And also, the people in your life can really be a big support system for this as well to help cheer you on and work towards your goals when you start to struggle. Another thing that can help you in motivating yourself and helping you work towards your goals is personal affirmations. And again, some people find these helpful, some people really don't. So in the book, Downing points out that your thoughts create your reality. You create a lot of your own environment in your own head. Not everything, but you create a lot. So make that a pleasant place to be. A lot of us will speak much more cruelly to ourselves than we would ever dream of speaking to another person. Start practicing speaking kindly to yourself and encouraging yourself. You should be your biggest cheerleader. This does take conscious effort to think positively about yourself, to encourage yourself, to believe in yourself. Also surround yourself with positive people because you really want that help and that encouragement from people around you. If someone is a negative influence in your life, you got to think about, all right, maybe sit down and have a conversation with them, say, I can't take the negativity. Or you might have to decide if they need to go out of your life, if they're really insist on being negative. So surround yourself with those positive beliefs, including inside your own head. And then here's some examples of affirmations on the right. You'll have to choose ones that work well for you, but just encourage yourself and practice thinking positively and working positively towards your goals. And inside your head, try and think positively because it really does empower you to move forward and keep going when things get difficult. Okay, so that's the main things we've got. We've got motivation, finding your dream, making a life plan, practice that visualization, practice those affirmations, because you have goals, you have dreams, you have things you want to do, and you can do them. You can craft your own life to be what you want it to be. There will, of course, always be challenges and difficulties and struggles. There will be unsupportive people, but you can overcome all of these things and make your life the best it can be. So just keep trying, keep working, and don't let anybody stop you. Have a great week.